We're talking about physical safety.
Creek Speak Business Solutions.
Adam Creek here, executive business coach, helping you make it happen. Today we're talking about safety. The bottom line, safety is not only the moral choice and the best choice, it's good business. Businesses that have great safety records also have higher profits, have higher staff retention, have better engagement. Safety underlies good business, especially when we're talking about this hard-hitting business. You're building roads, you're digging mines, you're pulling resources out of the ground, big trucks, trees, building buildings. We need to be safe. My background, I was an Olympic gold medalist, but I took a rowboat across the ocean where we needed to be very safe. And before I did all that, I actually worked on an oil rig up in northern Alberta and almost got smashed into a pancake a couple times. And so when we think about safety, I think there's a few key points we need to remember. So I took this little rowboat, we were self-supported rowing across the ocean, and we had 3 rules on this boat. First one was don't die. Good rule. Second one was don't kill your mates. A bunch of people, small boat, really small space, don't kill them. Third one is don't sink the boat. 3 solid rules for a great culture. You've got a work team, you're going out into the wild, you're going out into a dangerous, physically dangerous situation. Look after yourself, look after one another, look after your equipment. And if we remember that and keep that as a highest, it's not even a priority, it's a fundamental thing that should always be there. Because if you make safety a priority, priorities change. So safety is more than a priority. It's something that should always be there. Before I rowed across the ocean, I had to write a really difficult letter. And this was one of the hardest, probably the hardest letter I ever had to write. I had to write a letter to my 2.5-year-old son and my unborn daughter. And I explained why I was going out alone with 3 other guys into the middle of the ocean and say, if I die and I don't come back, I want you to read this letter and understand why I rowed across the ocean. And it really helped dial me into the importance of safety, what it meant to me and why I wanted to live. And when I dial this back into the professional landscape, when I'm going and I'm showing up, I do a lot of consultation with the mining industry, and I'm talking to these guys. You show up and you have your safety briefing, then you go underground, and things can happen. Rock walls can fall down, equipment can fail, and sometimes you just get lost in the work. And you forget that you have a family to go home to, and everyone around you has a family to go home to, and we want to do the work, and we want to do the work well, and we want to get it done, but we also want everyone to go home safe at the end of the day to their families. So when we talk about gold medal safety, there's a couple of different points. First one is remembering the 3 rules of safety. Don't die, don't kill your mates, don't sink the boat, which is look after yourself, look after one another, look after your equipment. The next one is recognize that when the job is done, everybody goes home. So do you care deeply enough about your family, and do you care deeply enough about the families of your coworkers to make sure that everybody goes home safely without a life-altering injury?
Make it better!
Thanks again for coming along on this journey. I'm talking through this book, The Responsibility Ethics, some of the concepts and the tools that you can use to be a more driven, activated professional. Like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, ask them below, and we'll do a Q&A session with the good questions. If it's a bad question, I'm not going to answer it.